Hi everyone, Flaming Footy here, and welcome back to a new video on the channel. And today, guys, here I am to continue my AFL 23 rebuilding series. And in today's rebuild, I'm going to be attempting to rebuild the Richmond Tigers in AFL 23. Of course, these rebuilds, they work in a very easy way. We take the team through 1 year, try and add to them through the trade period and draft, and then go again for season 2 and see if we can improve from the season 1 ladder position or final or whatever it be. But the main aim of this is to try and strengthen the list of the trade period, and then see if we can do better the next year, which we've started off this year in some good form with some relatively good percentage on the board as well, 135.22 at the moment. We're getting some good wins. We've won 3 of our first 4. We lost in round 1 and we've been winning ever since. Gather round now, 30-point loss to the Swans, so not great there. And now the D's, who also have lost last week, they've got 1 more win than we do, however, and that is a bad performance. That is not the performance that we would want to see, and yeah, that's disappointing indeed. And it's another one. Another horrible loss. So obviously defence at the moment is an area which we might need to strengthen up in. I was confident on the start of the year, and then, yeah, not great from there on, but we're doing alright. Nice win over the Eagles. Just get back onto the winners list. And then an 8-point loss to the Cats, so we need to find a couple of wins. The Bombers, they've lost their last 4, but I mean, really, we've only won 1 of our last 5 like them. But a 72-point mammoth win gets us onto the winners list, and hopefully gets us back to playing some good footy. Insert Nichols round, we lose the power by 33, so it hasn't been the greatest of starts to the year. It's been a bit choppy, and we're in 8th at the moment. We beat the Giants by 6, that is a big win there, and now we'd like to conquer the Dockers in the West, go over there and get a win. It's kind of going win-loss at the moment, which I wouldn't suggest that would be enough to get us into the top 8. Got the Saints now, 11-point win. Let's see if we can actually win 2 in a row for the first time in what feels like a little while. Got the Lions at the Gabba, and it's no easy win, and I'm not surprised that we lose. And now got the Swans at the MCG, and again, this should be a win, going on the win-loss record, and you bet it's a win, and this will probably end up being a loss. But can we win 2 in a row? It'd be really nice to win 2 in a row and give a little bit more confidence. It's a draw. There's a draw in the West, so interesting. That will be interesting. It always is interesting when you get a draw. 2 points rather than 4 might be the thing which gets us in, might be the thing which doesn't get us in. We'll have to wait and see, but got the top of the table Demons now, and we'd love the win. And we're just hitting a little bit of form now. We are just hitting some form. That is important. Marvel, a place we cannot play. A place the Tigers cannot play footy at Marvel. And, well, it's a concern because now we've got the Saints the following week at that same venue, Marvel Stadium. And it's the same result. So, not great. North now at the MCG, we beat them, and then the Power to finish at the Adelaide Oval, which I think we are in, are we? Are we in? We are not. We've got the Suns, who are our only concern. If they win their game, they go into the top 8. Who are they playing, just out of real interest? They've already played. So that means that we're in, doesn't it? That means that we're in. That means that we are in the 8. Brilliant. So we've made the 8. It's just whereabouts now, and we get absolutely pumped in our final game by 42. But we make the 8. That draw ended up proving so important. Elimination final number 1. Lions, Tigers at the Gabba. Another elimination final at the Gabba. And let's see. Fair to say, I was expecting that. It didn't surprise me. Didn't think that we were going to go that far, especially because we had to play the Lions, who were only a couple games off finishing top of the table. They'd comfortably had that spot away, and yeah, so not a great elimination final there. But anyway, though, we'll have to have a little look at the who won the Brownlow. So we're going to go ahead and who won the grand final, and then the Brownlow and all that. So. It is fixtures, finals, and the winner ended up being Port Adelaide, who won by 24 points to the MCG. and very important that we potentially think about going after the premiership team. But the Lions did get quite far through that grand final as well. We'll have a look now at the Brownlow medal. Hunter ended up winning it from Melbourne, but the main concern is I don't see anybody. Taranto got the 14, Prestia 12, and Ryan Sampson Ryan with a 12. Coleman, let's have a little look, and again it looks a bit of concern. Prestia with the 21, and I don't think that Taranto with the 20, Sampson Ryan and Bolton both with the 20 as well. And Banks polled the 28 votes in the Rising Star as well, but aside from that, nobody else there, which is definitely a concern. Youngsters is probably something which we need to look at bringing in this trade period. In terms of the All-Australian side, Banks is in there, which doesn't surprise me, and that is pretty much it. I'm just going to have a little look at this again, and Angwin and Howes, I think those are a couple that could probably go onto our watch list. I think that we're going to actually utilise the watch list, and we're going to put Angwin and Howes on there. We're going to, hang on, wait, how do I, oh yeah, if I search all players, and then if we have a look at the AFL, we have a look at the Giants, should be able to find Ryan Angwin. We're going to go ahead and add him to the watch list, and then we're also going to go ahead and find Howes as well from, we're going to have to filter to the AFL, and we're going to go ahead to Melbourne, and we're going to put Howes on there. A couple of real cheap players that shouldn't cost us a lot, and that is why I'm looking at them. That's why I'm going to have a little look at them. So the trade period, I don't think is open yet. It's not. Now it is. And we're going to go ahead and have a look at contracts first. So player contracts first. Tarrant won't be getting a contract. Revolt, it's an interesting one, but we'll have to give him a contract. If he wants to go around again, we can definitely make that happen. Because of course I'm happy for him to go again if he wants to. It's just up to him, which I don't actually know when players, well, I don't even know if players, Jack Revolt wants more years. That's why I'm not quite sure whether players actually know when they retire in this game. But he's accepted, so that's nice. And then, of course, if he's going to accept, Trent Cotchin should do the same. So we'll sign him on 2 more years and see how much he wants. He wants 435. So we can make that happen for both of them. And there we go. So we've got those two on. 2 more veterans staying on. Castagna won't be getting a contract. Ralph Smith, he is a bit on the younger side. He's an important one. We want to try and get a little bit more younger players in around the club as well. And maybe some underrated players that might be able to do something really good next year, like the Howes and the Anglin, which I've identified. The next player, Nankervis, he can get one. Coulthard can also get a contract extension as well. I'm happy to offer them guys up contracts. Nankervis on 656,000, and he's a good ruckman, so happy to give him that money. He accepts. We'll go to the bottom now. Pickett, we'll give him another deal as well. I think his time on the rookie list would be over. So we'll sign him on for 95 over the course of a 4-year deal. We'll try 90 first and see. And he's accepted. That's what happens when these players move off the rookie list. That's what we get. I don't know how to pronounce this name, but I think it's Nguyen. He'll have to explore the market. We're not going to offer him a contract. Campbell, he can have a contract though. We'll give him a 1-year deal. And he does not want to stay either, so he can leave. Jacob Bauer, now he's an important one though. He's one which I am not letting leave. He's got some good talent and he is accepted, so that is important. He's a young key forward which will emerge, so he's an important one to have. Mate Kalina, we can keep him on as well. I don't know if he'll be able to be on the rookie list. He cannot spend more than 3 years on the rookie list, so we'll have to just sign him on just on a 1-year deal. I think he wants more years. I can't give him much more than a 2-year deal, so we'll just give him that. And he is accepted. Now, who else is there? I'm not going to sign Bradsick. I will sign Trezise though. Another younger player, and I'm happy to sign him on. I'm just going to auto-negotiate. He's accepted. And then we've got Graham. He's a really important one to keep on as well. We'll sign him on 3 years, 506,000. He wants 544,000, so that's alright. We'll just go ahead and we'll try 541,000. We'll see if that works. He wants a little bit more. 546,000, that's fine. And then we're going to have a look and see who else needs a contract. So Coulthard and Dow will both get contracts. I'm happy for that. We'll just sign him on for a 1-year deal. He's accepted. He's taking everything he can right now. Is Coulthard. And then we've got Dow and Mansell and McIntosh. McIntosh first. Sign him on for 3 years, 360,000. He wants 400,000 a year. We'll try for 395. I'm pretty sure that I can get him over the line. Just going to keep on submitting it to him, really. I think that he's going to surely have to accept, and he's not going to budge. He only wants that extra 5k, so that's fine. We'll give it to him. And now we've got Dow and Mansell to go, which will offer them both up contracts. Dow can stay on again, a little bit shorter price. He wants 217,000, so we'll be able to sign him on for that as well. And then we've got Mansell as well. And these are some younger players as well, which are really important to keep on. But there's quite a few players which are either not going to be able to receive contracts or won't be getting a contract or want to explore the market themselves. So that's alright. And we'll just be able to work with them and see what we can do. So players are not receiving a contract. Robbie Tarrant. And then we've got Jason Castagna, who's not receiving one either. And then Bradsick or Bradtake or whatever his name is, Seth Campbell and Nguyen are not getting contracts. Now, I think a couple of these players could work out really well. First trade we're going to do is the first player that went onto the watch list, and it was Ryan Angwin. He made the All-Australian side, and I noticed that, and I was like, we need to sign this guy. And 202,000, if he made the All-Australian side, I think that this is a smart pickup. He's accepted and hoping a trade deal can be made. He's only 74 at the moment, so it's not going to take a lot to get him. I think Nguyen is probably a fair deal. And then we've got pick 51. They've got pick 36. We might be able to see if we can do a little swap like that. And they immediately decline. So I think it's going to be quite a tough one. What about a straight play for player trade? They quickly decline. We'll throw in these later picks as some sweeteners just to see if we can get over the line, and they still are quickly declining. 87, 105 and 123. We'll see if that's enough. They decline our offer still. We'll try 69 and 87, and they don't take long to decline, so they think this is a fair way off the mark. So I think that I'll give up 69 in a future round 4 draft. I think that's probably the best that I could do. They don't take long to decline. What about like these late draft picks, like 177? Don't take long. They still think it's a fair way off the mark. So, hang on, that was a mispress. It goes to show these players that are like all Australian, they actually do want to try and defend them. So I think it's going to have to be 51, a future round 4, and then this late pick of 177. We'll offer that up to the Giants. They decline after some consideration. What about 123? They're still considering it. What about 87? That's probably the best that I could really do. And they still decline. What first round pick they've got? They've got 16. What about if we were to swap first round draft picks? So if I was to give them pick 12, they give me picks. No, you know, I kind of want to hang on to pick 12. We'll go future round 4. We'll go 51, and what about we go future round 3? Then they can have future round 3 and 51, and then 177. I think that's got to be a little bit more what they want. They're still considering it, which is good. We're going to rise that pick up to 105. They're still considering it, but they're not giving it a lot of thought, though, which is my main concern still. We'll have to throw in 69, see if that's enough to get the job done. Right, we've got to have another player that's going to be able to do this deal, because I don't want this deal to swallow a lot of time. I want to go after some big players as well, and considering this isn't a huge deal, we'll give up Caleb Smith then. We'll see if this is enough, but first of all though, of course, throw in these late picks which we're not going to need, and we'll see if that is enough to do it. An All-Australian in Ryan Angwin comes to join the Tigers. And now the next one is Blake Howes from Melbourne. So a couple of small deals to start, but we will get there eventually. And he's a forward, which is on the younger side of things. And I'm happy to give him a 4-year deal at 110,000. He wants 169,000. I can't spend a whole heap of money on these kind of players, but I can do it for Blake Howes again. Made all Australian potential, looking really good now. We'll see if this is the deal that Nguyen can be, or whatever his name is, that can be involved in, and we'll see if we can just slide up the order a little bit. We'll see if we can go Nguyen 105, 123 for Howes, and 56 to come across, and they immediately decline. What about 74? This might be another one that will be pretty tough. What about 92? In fact, I don't really want it. I don't even need 92 in the deal. They're still quickly declining. I'll throw in 87 as well, and they still are quickly declining. I'll throw in 69. That's the highest that I could go, and they're quickly declining. So I'll throw in a future round 4 and see if that's enough, because I do want like Nguyen didn't get offered a contract, so he will be leaving. But for Blake Howes, this is turning out to be a tough one. We'll take Nguyen out of the trade then, and we'll see what else we've got to play with, which in my opinion isn't a lot. We don't really have a lot to play with, but it might have to be a mix of him and maybe, like, I know that Seth Campbell didn't get offered a contract. Maybe we can work something out with him. We'll go Campbell 105 and 123, and we'll see if we can get 56 right off the bat. We'll see if they rate this person, which they don't. And then I wouldn't want much more than 74 anyway, so they're declining. We'll just do this then and see if that works. So they're considering it, but I don't think that we're getting that far, in all honesty, with discussions with Melbourne. I don't think that we're getting anywhere. They decline. Future round 3, and they decline. So after long deliberations, it says that we're close to reaching an agreement here. So we are close. If we shuffle this up, we go 87 and 123. I think that might be enough. Oh, we're getting really close. I know we're getting really close. That's what tells us we're close to reaching an agreement. 69 and 87 might have to do the trick. We'll try 69 and 105 first of all. Okay, 69 and 87 it'll have to be. And they're still not going to accept. So it might just have to be, what about future round 3, future round 4, and then we'll go 87, I think. We'll try that, and we're nearly there. We're nearly there. What about pick 69? We're nearly there. It might have to be 51, and that's okay. And they accept. So the 2 players on the watch list are now Tigers players, and these are lower profile trades. These don't really matter at all. So now, well, they do matter, but they're not huge profile trades. Key forward, and I think somebody that the Dogs have got plenty of those. They've got an abundance of tall forwards that they don't need. So now we're just going to try and, so part of this off will be 105, 123 and 87, and then we'll give up another player as well. And we'll see what play we've got to play, because I know that we've got some pretty decent ones, and I think we'll try Castagna. So then they're still getting a forward in return. We're going to have to give up more, though, if it's somebody which I really want, which Sam Darcy's a good one. He could fill a role as a key defender. We don't have a whole heap of tools. We don't need a ruckman, though. We just need a key forward, which Lobby's one, but he's a little bit inconsistent. Aaron Norton would be a brilliant one to get. And then what's the other one? Ugle-Hagen's rated 86. I think Ugle-Hagen is probably a better option, but I think they was going to chase Aaron Norton, I reckon. We'll see what money he's on. So he's on 630. What money is Ugle-Hagen on? Let's have a little look. 326. He's going to be the much more one which we could get. A former number 1 draft pick. He wants 588,000, which for a player of his caliber, I'm happy to do that, and it'd be exciting to get him here to the Tigers. And yeah, let's see if we can get him here. 591,000, 3-year deal, and he has accepted. So there's no way they'll accept it for this. And that's exactly what I thought, because it's pick 1. So we're going to have to very well and truly up our ante, and Castagna's not going to be enough, and I know that. Somebody which might be enough, let's have a little look at the list and see. I didn't really delist a lot of big players. However, there is Robbie Tarrant, who's an 84. I'm not going to get all these picks away that I want to, because I know that I'm going to have to give up a fair bit. But I think we might just give up. What about if we were to give up Tarrant, Nguyen? We'll try that. They won't do it. They'll immediately decline. But you know, you just got to try. Tarrant is probably not going to be enough either. But we'll try for maybe Castagna and Tarrant, I reckon, is probably the deal which they're most likely to accept. So we'll do Tarrant and Castagna. So Castagna and Tarrant. But then I'm gonna want something else in return as well. So we've got Castagna and Tarrant. And I think what would be achievable, maybe pick number 7, and then we'll give them 105 and 123. We'll ask the question of that, and they immediately decline. Not surprised. What about if I was to make it pick 27? We'll see if that works, and they quickly decline. So they don't think that we're getting anywhere here. What about if I was to ask for another player? Maybe Bustlinger potentially. Or maybe Dale, no, Darcy. Maybe we might just ask Bustlinger and see if he wants to come as well and just do a straight play for player swap. Because he's got good potential, he's a cheap player, and he'd be really good to get. So we'll see if he accepts. Just give me a moment real quick. Right. So, Jed player to get, cheap one as well. And he's accepted, so we're going to add him to the trade. And now, what am I going to have to give? Because it's going to have to be more than this. So I think pick 32, and I mean we've got a future first to play with, but we'll see if 32 is enough, and they're immediately declining. So future round 2 and 32 is the next option, because I know that both these players are first round picks. So we'll try and just load up and see if they want a future round 1 and a future round 2. We'll see if that will be enough to get these Western Bulldogs over the line. For young players, a young key forward, I'm willing to give up the first pick in this year's draft, and they don't take long to decline my deal. So Jed Bustlinger at the moment is going to have to wait to become a Tiger, and we messed up big time. They immediately accepted, and I am not surprised. We messed up that time. We really did. The next one, Bustlinger, and that is a bit of a disappointment indeed, but I do know the exact person that will be able to do this deal. But look, we're going to try and get pick 12 back. We're going to try and get pick 12 back because they've got 2 future round 1s. We're going to give up future round 2 and these late picks and see if we can get our pick 12 back. And yeah, we definitely got ourselves into a bit of trouble, and now going to have to give up more than what we initially thought to get it. And we're not getting pick 12 back. But the thing is, they wouldn't have accepted for a future first. But look, I need pick 27 to come along with Bustlinger for Nguyen, and they're immediately declining. So we'll try a straight swap here. They're immediately declining, even though I'm giving them somebody that's rated a lot higher, and they're immediately declining. So we're going to have to go to the drawing board, and we're going to have to think of something else. And I think a future round 2 draft pick might just be enough to get them over the line. So we'll try this and just wait and see. We'll try we'll try taking Nguyen out, and then we'll bring in the future round 2 draft pick tied to us, and then we'll take our 87 as well, and we'll see if that's enough to get Bustlinger. And it's not, we'll try 87, and then we'll have to try putting Nguyen back into the deal again. And then if that doesn't work, well then we're kind of starved for options, and they immediately decline. They obviously rate Bustlinger very highly if they're not going to let us do a deal. So that trade is off the cards. We got Ugle-Hagan in a big one, and I know that Nguyen's the only player I believe still off contract. I don't think we have anything else to work with, which is disappointing, and I don't think there's any play which we could really do something with. Oh, and Bradsick as well. So we'll try a 2-for-1 with the Western Bulldogs, and we'll see, because I still really want to get him across the line. I think that'd be a good one to get. So we're going to try Bradsick and Nguyen, and we'll see if we can do a special 2-for-1 deal, and they decline. We'll throw in some late picks, which I don't need, and then if all worse goes to worse, which it does, I think that we'll have to throw in a future round 2 draft pick. And they're not even going to accept that. So the Western Bulldogs don't accept. So I think our best option now is to just target picks. And I think pick 26 for a future round 2 the Crows might actually do. After long deliberations. And that's where like these picks that are useless come into play. Because this is where we can get the deal done. They nearly accept. I know we are so close to getting over the line with Adelaide for pick 26. We are very close. We'll throw in future round 5, 87 and 69, and they decline after long deliberations, and we get so close to pick 26 that would have been brilliant, but unfortunately enough that's not the case. Lions now, they've got 38. We don't want that. We'll go to the Dockers now. We'll see what they've got. 29, I think that's an area where we could put this deal into good use. We'll go 69, 87, and 123. They accept the offer after long deliberations. We've got pick 29 now, and maybe we can just try and go back into the first round. The Lions were premiers. They've got a first round pick of 18. We'll try and bundle up 29 and 32 to get into the first round. They accept. We're back into the first round. Pick 18 for pick 29 and 32. I don't think a lot of teams would really realistically accept that, but the Lions choose to. And what does our hand look like now? It's 18 and 105. So I'm going to try and get into this year's draft again. Future round 6, future round 5, 6, 7, and pick 105 for 53. They decline after long deliberations. We'll go for 71, then we'll target that. And they decline after long deliberations. So that trade is not going to work with the Blues. We'll go for the Pies. They've got 72 now. 105, future round 5, future round 6, future round 7. And they nearly accept. But I think now I need to look at the Eagles and see what they've got. They've got 78. We'll go 105, future round 5, future round 6, future round 7 for the Eagles. And they do accept. So we've got pick 78 now. And we've got at least, well, we've got the 3 picks in this year's draft. We've actually got 2. 18 and 78. Got a very short draft hand we've spent on big talent. And what pick do the Crows have? We're looking for the team which has got, like, I'm pretty sure Port have pick 17. So we might just give up 18 and 78. Oh no, they've got 19 because they were the premiers. So we're looking for 17. Melbourne might have it. They've got 17. We're going to see if we can go 18 and 78 for 17. See if we can rise up the order. And there we go. So we've got 1 pick this year. And that is pick 17 inside the first round. And we're just going to see now if we can go for pick 16. I don't know who actually has it. We'll have to go back and have a little look at the ladder and see if we can get to pick 16, which might be the Swans. Might be the Swans. Might be the Pies, might be the Giants, so we'll have a little look at that. Swans, Pies, Giants. We'll have a little look at the Giants and see if they've got 16, which they do have 16. We'll go 17, 8, 9. I mean, we can't give up all of our draft hand. We'll go 17 in a future round 8 selection, and they accept. So we're getting up there. We'll go to the Swans now and just see if we can keep on manoeuvring our way. We'll see if we can jump up to 13 for a 16 future round 9. They decline. I don't want to give up all of my draft picks because we are starved on draft picks, as you can see. But we did bring in Jamari Ugle-Hagan, and I'm interested to see how this rebuild goes because we're going in a very different direction here. But the next thing we do want to do is, if we don't have draft picks, we've got to look at free agency. We need key defenders or key forwards. So we're going to go for Fullerton. I think he's a really handy player, and I think he'd be great in Richmond colours as well. We're going to sign him, 241,000. 245 is close so I can get to that. So he accepts, and we're going to look at a key defender now as well, because of course we had Tarrant leave, and that is not great. We're going to look for a key defender. And I think the best option here is going to be, there's no real great option. I mean, Lewis Melican is a good one though, so I think we'll go for him. We'll see what sort of money he wants though, but I think we should be alright. 434,000. So made a splash late, got a couple of free agents in the door, and I think this has been a pretty successful trade period for the Tigers, and I think that we are well and truly ready to go ahead and go again. So the free agency period is now closed. A trade-off has been proposed. Baker for a future round 2 and 5. This is big, because if we can get a couple first round picks, I'm going to go ahead and counter the offer, I reckon. And I think that we can still find something which might satisfy the Fremantle Dockers for that pick 5. It looks pretty good. I'm not going to give up Baker, but I would be happy to give up maybe somebody like a Graham perhaps, or a Mansell. We'll see if Mansell is enough to do it. We'll offer that. They won't do it. They immediately decline. I'm not surprised. Pickett. He's one that could be on the outer. I don't need that future round 2. That's not my thing. I'll offer up pick. I'll see if I can get pick 9 then. We don't want that. We don't want that. We'll see then. Pick 9 for him. It don't take long. So I think we'll go to a new trade with Fremantle. And I didn't accept that. I want to go ahead and I didn't accept that deal. So how do I get rid of it? We're going to go ahead and view. We're going to go ahead and decline that trade offer. But we are going to ignite talks with the Dockers over a potential deal for Pickett to go to the Dockers. Because I've looked at their picks, and pick 9 has gone to me and it's kind of jumped out at me, going that I want that pick. So we're going to see if we can make this work. Pick it for pick 9. And I am happy. Another first round pick. That's what we need. And I know that Pickett isn't the youngest of players out there either. So I'm happy with that deal. A late deal that is done between us and the Dockers. I'm happy with that. And look, it's fair to say that us going in with 2 high picks, pick 9, that's a big one. 93 to 99 I'm seeing here. I'm seeing a couple, but I'm seeing this one, an intercepting defender. We kind of need a player like that as well. And to still take 2 first round draft picks in the draft is brilliant. And a pressure forward, I don't actually think that we need that. I think that we need key players, and there is a key forward here, a push-up that's rated 77 at the moment, could slot straight into the side. That is happy, and I'm happy with that draft. I'm very happy. We've done a very good job with the draft. And it just goes to show that you don't need these late picks. Don't want them for that reason. And sometimes you only need a couple of really good first round picks. And that's exactly what we did. And I think that I'm very happy with that. We've got Jamari Hagan in. We'll be able to go over a little recap when it comes to the assign Guernsey number part. I think we've contracted everybody. It is leave it to list management. And I'm currently playing 109.31, but we're going to leave it to list management because I think that we kind of squeeze over the salary cap. But here's what we got. Nelson in the draft, Howes and Angwin, 2 players that made the All-Australian side, Jamari Hagan, a young key forward, Melican, a key defender, and Carello in the draft as well. It wasn't a huge trade period. We didn't bring in a lot, but we brought in a lot of star power. I'm very happy with that. We made a lot of deals. We had to get a lot done. We got a lot done. And I think it's fair to say that I'm pretty happy with how that trade period, free agency period, off season went. So now we just got to come back bigger and better. We've got to come and finish higher. So we finished 8th last year. We lost the elimination final. So of course, huge aim to finish higher than 8th, and a huge aim would be to win a final, I reckon. I think that's a fair standpoint, especially what we brought in. We brought in some really good key position players and some players that made the All-Australian side. And we've started off the year pretty well. A loss and 2 wins. We lose to the Hawks by 4. We've got the top of the table power now, who I don't think actually went after, believe it or not. I don't think that we went after anybody from the Premiers apart from picks from them. But that's okay. Marvel Stadium. We lose by 4. Heartbreak at Marvel. Heartbreak. We've lost our last 3. We're in 13th, and this is not great. We get a big win though over the Demons, and the team which booted us out in the elimination final last year, the Lions. Can we beat them? Revenge is sweet, but not on that occasion. We score 6-9 for the game. Only score 45. And that's disappointing. Now we lose to the Cats as well. We've got the Suns now at Heritage Bank Stadium in a prime timer. They've won their last 5. They're on a good roll, the Suns. Speaking of good rolls, we're the opposite of that. We're not on a good roll. We finally we knock off the Giants and finally get another win on the board. Do we have a pick in this draft? No, we don't. And now it's the dream time at the G game. It's us versus Essendon. It couldn't be bigger for us either. You're not going to believe it. It's a draw. You're not going to believe it. We somehow storm home. Oh, hang on. Wait, no. I said that we lost in this thing. So did we lose or did we win? Or did we draw? Hang on, wait, let's have a little look. That's bizarre. So it does say that we draw, but then you see it says it's 99 to 105. So I'm not quite sure what happened there, but we must have kicked a goal on the siren or something, maybe, which would be crazy. We've got the Dockers now in the MCG anyway. That does count. Like, that game has counted as a draw, so that's fine. We get the extra 2 points. 9-point thrilling win. Another game at Marvel. The Dogs have lost their last 4. Can we get the win? In fact, they've lost their last 5. But of course we can't win at Marvel. The Tigers cannot win at Marvel. And we got the power at the Adelaide Oval. We lose by 15. So this season is just slipping away now. It is just seriously slipping away. Around 17. Prime time against the Swans at the MCG. And we lose that as well. So things are looking pretty dull now for our season. I think they were pretty much gone. And we made some big moves in the trade period. We made some huge moves, including offloading a contracted Marley and Pickett. But yeah, definitely disappointing. And we've got the Blues now, and we lose by 3. So that just sums up the year. It has not been great. We've got the Dogs now at the MCG. They've lost their last 4. We've lost our last a lot. We get back on the winners list and maybe give ourselves the faintest of chances. Lose this though when we're done. 5-point win. I don't know, we still might be in this. Even though we're in the bottom 4, we still might actually be in this to make a run. We need everything to go our way and we win by 5. Got the Eagles now, prime time game, and we're done. We are done, and that just finishes our year off even more. Another game at Optus in the final game of the season. We're playing the last place Dockers. Marley and Pickett actually gets revenge over his old side, and we finish in 14th, and that is not great. But what I do want to see is I do want to see some of these awards though. So Oliver won the Brownlow, and Taranto polled 17 votes. Prestia 14. I mean, potentially those could have been, we could have gotten a lot for them. Looks like, yeah, Bailey Smith moves to the Cats in the trade period. Taranto kicked the 22 goals, and I am disappointed that the man that I went to go and get is not on here. We're going to have a look at our club. Ugelhagen only got the 15 for the year, and in terms of Rising Star, we got some good first round draft picks, but none featured at all. All Australian side now, no one, so yeah, not great. We'll have a look at the grand final, see who won. And it was the Lions that absolutely smashed the Suns by 52 in the grand final, in a Q-Clash grand final. But anyway, though, that's going to wrap up today's rebuild. Rebuild list, by the way, first was West Coast, second was the Dogs, third Cats, fourth Bombers, fifth Pies, sixth Suns, seventh Crows, eighth Swans, ninth Saints, 10th Demons, 11th Port Adelaide, 12th Carlton, 13th Hawthorn, 14th Giants, 15th Fremantle, 16th Brisbane. This one being the 17th rebuild in Richmond. Only one more to come after this, and that is for North Melbourne. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please do make sure to leave a like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. See you guys and then miss another video on the channel. Thank you guys so much. Bye everyone. Flame Footy out.